Court has ruled President Trump violates the First Amendment rights of his critics when he bans them from his Twitter account. Here to talk about this is Travis County GOP Executive Director Brian Ruddle and Tara Pohlmeier from Progress, Texas. Tara, what do you make of this decision?
I agree with this decision. I do think that President Trump, as an elected official, as someone who decides to announce policy a lot of times on Twitter, is absolutely in the wrong when he decides to block constituents and Americans from following him. This is a source of public information for a lot of people when they do follow Trump, and so for him to block users from doing that is absolutely infringing on their free speech, and definitely is not precedent for elected officials. As an elected official, you know, he does not have to read every tweet that goes to him, but he should definitely allow people to follow him.
Brian, what's your take on the decision?
I think this is a classic example of judicial activism right before our eyes. We need to make sure going forward that we understand that Twitter is a private organization. Twitter is not a public forum. If Twitter was a pure public forum to follow President Donald Trump, Twitter should not be able to ban any individual from having access to President Trump's Twitter tweet. This is a decision that will be appealed. I expect the decision to be overturned. There's a huge precedent in government free speech being allowed to determine what message they share and even who they share it with.
You know, Tara, a lot of people are on Twitter, but a lot of people are not on Twitter. This decision and this whole subject, why is it so important, or is it?
I do think this is a new medium that a lot of researchers are looking into, and a lot of law officials are as well. And so as we move forward with these different social media platforms, and as they become more of a source of information and news for so many people, I do think we'll see new laws come out, and I think this is one step towards that direction of making sure that people are allowed to hear from our elected officials and allowed to hold them accountable in a lot of cases.
Brian, do you think this infringes on the president's rights?
Yes, the president is an American citizen. He has the right to express his viewpoints, and that also includes listening to people that he wants to listen to and ignoring advice that he doesn't. The ruling claimed that President Trump had created a public forum with his tweets, and that he was engaging in official public activity. Well, other mediums of communicating with President Trump, personal meetings, phone calls, the president can refuse to speak or respond to any of those that any requests that he has coming into him. Twitter should be the same. Social media is just another form of communication that the president has, and we feel that if he can say no to other calls and other meetings, then he should be able to say no to individuals who attack him with vicious and vulgar comments.
Okay. Tara, as far as, Brian said there's probably going to be an appeal. How far do you think this goes?
I think there are a few cases here in Texas. I believe Lois Kolkhorst has a case where she blocked a constituent from her Facebook page. And so I do think this is a new avenue of law that we're excited to see where this goes. But I do think in the end, elected officials should be held to a higher standard. And so I'm excited to see what that standard is.
Brian, where do you think this is going to go, and could it go all the way to the Supreme Court?
I personally don't think so right now. I know that the full court can hear it. They could ask for an appeal all the way up to the Supreme Court. That is possible. It's hard to say right now. This is a fresh ruling. We still need a lot of time to digest this. We do expect a reversal. I know that the Department of Justice did say that they are looking into other avenues.
Okay, never a dull moment. We got to wrap it up. Brian, Tara, thank you both very much.
Thanks so much, Mike.